you have done it?
What?
Would you have taken $100,000 to call everything off?
I would have taken $100,000 as to calling it off. Well,
how much is it worth to you to call it off?
Call off what?
$1 million? Would you have done it for $1 million?
We feel that there's a great conspiracy to try and put a few of us in prison for 10 years in order to set an example to the protest movement in this country.
I mean, it's all conceived as a total theater. My favorite all-time hate letter said, "Wait till Jesus gets his hands on you, you little bastard."
And you know, you're a very stupid Jew. You know that?
I offer this book, steal this book, to replace the whole American empire. That's a good offer. These cops here are tough. They'd kill you with a smile. With your arrest. Oh God, I've had over 20 beatings.
You said before they beat you, right?
I've been beat.
The 6 o'clock news from the BBC.
Today on April 12, 1989, something detrimental has happened. Abbie Hoffman was pronounced dead this morning. Cause of death was an overdose on 150 epilepsy pills and liquor, and investigators believe it was a suicide. He was married twice and had 3 kids and was recently divorced to his second wife. Hoffman was an American political and social activist, anarchist, and a socialist, and a revolutionary who co-founded the Youth International Party. He was also a leading proponent of the Flower Power movement. Abbie played a major role in the Chicago trial. In tribute of his life and contributions, we will be playing a clip held at the station in 1982 and recalling his legacy.
Okay, so it's been about 10 years since you first published Steal This Book, and it's been an absolute hit. Would you like to elaborate on the context of it?
Steal This Book was designed to not only screw over the system, but destroy the system. I wanted to bring down the American government. I wanted all major corporations like IBM, AT&T, Pac Bell, Pacific Gas and Electric, I wanted them wiped off the face of the earth where everyone could eat and sleep for free.
So, as we all know, you're the co-founder of the Youth International Party, commonly referred to as the Yippies. But what was the true motivation for forming this political group?
The meaning of the Yippies was that we were all free to do whatever we wanted. Our goal is to take a hippie, a young person who smoked dope, loved having sex and listening to rock and roll, and make them realize that the Vietnam War was wrong. To politicize the hippie would be a yippie.
While some people share your views, many others say that your actions have been childish and radical. What would you like to say to that?
These jerks do not have a sense of humor. They do not realize how funny and crazy I really am.
So everyone's been asking about your upbringing. Did your parents play an important role in your activism?
I came from a very conservative Jewish family, and yet I realized early on that black people were being punished in the South. In the early 60s, I went down to Mississippi and Alabama, and I joined up with the Martin Luther King movement and did what I thought was right.
What impact do you think the Chicago trial of 8 had on society and on you?
The Chicago 8 trial showed that trials basically are a joke. Judge Julius Hoffman is a fascist. We were right to fight against the Vietnam War, and it was J. Edgar Hoover and Richard Nixon and those clowns who tried to oppress us.
What legacy do you hope to keep on with today's society?
It is my goal to keep on fighting. In the 1980s, the CIA is coming onto American college campuses and trying to convince young students to join the CIA. I've actually worked with President Jimmy Carter's daughter, Amy Carter. We both got arrested on a college campus recently, protesting against the government's interference on colleges.
Abbie Hoffman was born on November 30th, 1936, and died today, April 12th, 1989, making him 52 years old at his death. Hoffman will forever be remembered for his activism as well as anarchism throughout his years. His legacy lives on through his children America, Amy, and Andrew.
The 6 o'clock news from the BBC.